Howdy, hey babes. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Evie Aswiti and I'm glad to have you here. Today we're going to talk about leveling up your life by gatekeeping. Yes, we're gatekeeping. And I want to get into just adding a bit more mystery into one another's lives because I think we're in an era where everything is just out on Front Street and I'm kind of tired of it. So if that interests you, then keep on watching. Gatekeeping is something that is very I think in the last couple of years, just in my humble abode, my opinion, my thoughts, gatekeeping has been looked at as like anti-girls girl attitude. And I'm kind of in favor of gatekeeping now with the lack of mystery in modern women these days. I think we talk a lot. And granted, isn't that something so hypocritical for me to say as a YouTuber? Like, I talk on this channel all the time. Like, that's the part of my channel that has it booming and fabulous for everyone that watches me. But I think in general, we talk too much about our inner things that keep us beautiful, keep us sane, and keep us who we are individually, where a lot of women are just the same and like carbon copies of one another. And I think it's because we don't gatekeep. Like right now, it's summer, and I'm so happy that summer is basically here, at least in Houston. But every single like trend report I'm seeing, or just like the it girlies that I see dressed up, it's like everyone's either wearing those Adidas Samba shoes as like a cool girl shoe, or just like the same style of outfits. And I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit tired. People are smelling the same, people are looking the same, people are doing their hair the same, people are talking the same. And I'm a victim of the talking the same things. I do say certain TikTok terms that I think are super cute, which I'm not gonna stop. I think the only unique thing I say is Purioso, and I've been saying that for years, so that's unique to me. But in general, I think we should gatekeep. So number one about how to gatekeep is don't be afraid or ashamed of saying, I'm keeping that to myself, or that's to my discretion, or I don't feel comfortable sharing. Because at this point, I think people are a bit too bold in asking you questions about you that you don't feel comfortable talking or saying. I remember the days where it used to be very, very tacky to ask how much someone pays for their rent or like mortgage. And people have gotten to the point where they feel comfortable saying like, oh, how much do you pay here? Or how much is this? Da, 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 da. And I just think that's tacky. Like, I don't feel comfortable telling you how much I pay for things unless it's something that I built a very much good rapport with. But I don't think we should get so comfortable be asking people how much they pay for things. Like, okay, like you like where I live, or you like where so and so lives. Like, don't ask them how much it costs to stay there. That's tacky. Same with if you're complimenting people's clothes or what they have. Just compliment the clothing item or the jewelry or the thing. Just compliment the thing and keep it pushing. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. Where did you get them? How much were they? Personally, for me, I'm not going that far to ask how much someone's stuff is, because to me, it's a bit tacky. Just my humble opinion. Like, it's just not it. And I personally, if someone asks me, this has happened before, like how much something I have costs or where I got it from, depending on what it is, I'll tell like where I got it from. You know what I mean? But some things, if it's like passed down to me or I got it like at the thrift shop or something, or from probably a place that's like not sold anymore or out the country, like some things I've gotten from Kenya and it's like you can't really buy it because I got it overseas. It's kind of like one of those things where I just don't feel the need to tell where I got stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not that deep. And to be honest, selfishly, it's okay to not want what someone it's okay to not want to have other people have what you have or wear what you wear or smell how you smell. You know what I mean? Like at this point, I think it's okay to just disclose that you're not comfortable sharing. And that's like one tip about gatekeeping that I think every woman or gentleman should adopt in their life. Number two about gatekeeping that we should be gatekeeping. I think we should be gatekeeping some of our grooming habits, especially to the opposite sex. So, as a woman, I don't really think men need to know how we get ready and how we like put ourselves together as women. I just don't think it's necessary. Like, I'm one person that I tend to be a bit more on the modest side and a bit more conservative. I think a good example is that one of my friends suggested that I should do like a shower routine like for my hair and stuff, and I just personally don't feel comfortable putting my camera with me in the shower. Like even if I have a bathing suit on, like I just don't want people seeing me in the shower. I just think that's an intimate experience. You know what I mean? Even if you can't see my body parts, just me showering myself and washing my hair, it just feels intimate to me. And I think that should be gay tips. That's just me. Granted, I don't feel a way if other girls see me wash my hair on camera, but I feel weird with men and stuff watching me wash my hair and wash my body and seeing and imagining me in the shower or just other things that is none of their business. Like that's just me. I think gatekeeping how we put ourselves together as women is important. Like men shouldn't know our waxing routines or our feminine, like what we do for our feminine area and like, you know, those things just don't need to be talked about or said out loud. Like I think it's certain things that, you know, your mom teaches you or your big sis teaches you, or even like if you didn't have that growing up, like someone on the internet teaches you. There's a lot of articles on it, and just, you know, gynecologists can teach you. You know, like there's just certain things I just think as ladies we should just keep to ourselves. Like I personally don't like getting ready in front of men, and I would rather keep it cute and quiet. So that's number two of gatekeeping. Number three of gatekeeping that I think is important is I think we should gatekeep our plans and our ambitions and goals until they are signed and sealed. Only because you really don't know what people's intentions are for you. And that adds to being mysterious. Like, there's a lot of things that I think won't happen to you if you're divinely protected. Like, as a Christian, I'm not afraid of anything because I know my Lord and Savior is divinely protecting me and his hand is on my life always. I don't think it's necessary for me to say all the things that I want to do, what I'm going to do, for the sake of seeking validation from others to give me motivation to complete what I said I was going to do. You get what I mean? Like sometimes I think people are sharing because they're genuinely excited, but I think sometimes people are sharing because they want to receive praise or attention from others to validate what they want to do in order for them to kind of get the sense of reward or praise of completing what they did, but they haven't completed what they did. A lot was just said, but I hope you're like following. I think gatekeeping our plans and gatekeeping things that aren't necessarily needing to be shared is very important until it's already finished and you're comfortable with sharing because you have it tangibly in front of you in the palms of your hands. Number four, gatekeeping. And this is something for the girlies that are like online. I think you should gatekeep family business. I don't think it's really necessary to put your family's business or, you know, pictures of people in your family or even some friends on the internet with you, because if you decided to be a content creator or a YouTuber or a TikToker, I don't think it's necessary to involve other people that didn't choose that life because they're related to you or they're really close to you to be on camera or to share certain things about them on the internet. And this includes like certain photos of them or even like intimate dinners and stuff. Like, I know for me, I personally don't post a lot of like my family online because me, I'm private, and two, I just want to have them to myself. Like, I don't really think I'll be the type of person that'll have like a family channel or anything. Like, I want a lot of things to myself. And I think social media is moving towards a place of privacy anyway. Like, I read somewhere that like Billie Eilish got like 8 million subscribers or followers because she added people to her close friends. And that says a lot about how people feel special when they're on the inside of something. And I think we have to really take into context that people want to feel authenticity again, but it feels like when we're just sharing everything about our families, about, the things that are intimate to us, it just feels not special anymore because it's not, you know, in closed access. And I just think it's okay to gatekeep the things that you don't want everyone to have access to, you know? And there's a beautiful thing in that. And I think more people should respect that they're not entitled to access your entire life, even if it is you being a social media person or a content creator or a YouTuber or a TikToker. Everyone's not entitled to that. And that's that on that. Number 5 on gatekeeping, and this is something that I think is kind of like, I don't know, I think people will think it's petty, but I also think it's not petty. I think intimate things like your signature scent about what perfume you wear, or a family recipe to like food, or just things that traditionally are just like you're tight-lipped about, they should continue to be tight-lipped. Like, why do you want to know my grandma's recipe to the garlic bread homemade from scratch that I make and was passed down to me? Why do you want to know that? Granted, yeah, it might taste amazing, but go to the restaurant and go take a picture of the garlic bread there, versus trying to figure out what my family recipe is. You get me? I just made that whole thing up because I was trying to make a point. And yeah, it's pretty dramatic, but I'm dramatic. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I just think certain things, it's okay to keep a secret. Like, one day I was out and someone complimented me on my fragrance of what I was wearing. And they were like, oh my gosh, you smell so amazing. Like, it was just lingering behind you. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. But I am not, comfortable sharing. Like, me and my sales associate have a pact. Like, I'm never, ever, ever sharing my signature scent. Like, that's just not gonna happen. But I really appreciate the compliment. And the person understood, you know what I mean? But like, I could tell they were a little taken aback that I didn't tell them. And I think it's just a culture of everyone just shares like what they do. They share the type of deodorant they wear, the hairspray they wear, the, Summer's Eve product they use for refreshing up down there. Like, why does that have to be known? Like, just say I smell amazing and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things I can smell and I know that's Baccarat Rouge. Or I know that's Oud Satin Mood or Oud Silk Mood. You know what I mean? Or I know that's Good Girl. But some things I just don't feel like I want to share. And I think the intimate things that make me uniquely me and makes me stand out to people is what I feel I can gatekeep. And I think that's totally fine. Not everything is entitled to be shared just because one asks. And I think that's the point of this video. Just because someone asks you a question doesn't mean you have to answer it. And you shouldn't feel guilty about not answering it, because that's the whole point of gatekeeping. You don't want the whole floodgates open and having everyone having access to the things that you love and the things that you think are cherished to you and a hidden gem to you. Call me elitist, but I just think there should be more gatekeeping with certain things, and I think it's okay. Granted, if I'm wearing like not my signature scent and it's a perfume that I'm just trying out and it's just a fun seasonal perfume, I don't mind sharing that, but like my signature scent, I'm not sharing that. Perioso. I'm not. Let me know what you think about gatekeeping in the comments below. This could kind of be a controversial topic or not. I don't know. I think This could be something that either people feel, yes, I agree with you, sistren, or it could be like, this is like not a good look. So let me know in the comments below what you think. It doesn't mean that I won't like share what I have or link certain things that I have, but I just think it just has to be on my terms and your terms too. So my name is Evie Sweetie. Thank you so much for watching my channel and this video today. Always remember that you glow for a living because you're lit from within, beyond skin deep, and I will catch you in my next video. Thank you so much and see you later. Bye.